Okay, now can you see my slide?
Oh, yes, we can see clearly your slide.
Okay, first, selamat pagi for everyone. This is, I know that for this word, because I have been to Indonesia for a few times. And then thank you very much for Dr. Iko and also for Dr. Atiyah that you invite me to give a talk for this session. And welcome to all the students to come to listen to my talk about I would like to introduce and the work of the Center of Elephant and Wildlife Health from Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Chiang Mai University. So please see this one. And then after that, we hope that we can share some of our knowledge and collaboration in the future, especially for the wildlife conservation. Okay, I would like to introduce. This is my faculty and also work in the elephant field for several aspects since 1997. And then after that, Chiang Mai University, they look the important role of elephant as a national symbol and university symbol as well. So they established Center of Elephant and Wildlife Research in the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine since 2014. And then later on, they combined the clinic, zoo and wildlife, exotic pet, aquatic clinic, hormonal clinic to Center of Elephant and Wildlife Health in 2021. Okay, the objectives of our center that we would like to be the center for education, research, service, development, Asian elephant, zoo animal, wildlife, exotic pet, aquatic animals, regarding to the health management, breeding and conservation, and also for the center of elephant in Thai culture, especially for the Lana culture. Because we are in a northern area, we have also our specific culture. That one thing, even though we work quite a lot on science and scientific work, also on the medicine, but we will not forget the our traditional and culture. That would be our basic things that to support our people. And also, we would like to enhance Asian elephant zoo, animals and wildlife, and exotic pet and aquatic animal health and welfare. So from here, if you see, we divide in 4 units, or can be 5 units, because we focus quite a lot on several aspects. First one, that is elephant clinic, and our work would be on the captive and wild elephants in the northern area. Another one would be zoo and wildlife clinic. We also focus on the zoo and wildlife in captivity mainly, and some part on the wild animals. If there would be some of the rescue or sick animal that come to our centers, we have to do that. And also with the wild birds rescue. Another one would be with the exotic pet clinic. So that would be at the small animal hospital and also with our new hospital. We would like to focus on this one, especially from the owner, that we also treat and make a service to them. And the fourth one, we also have an aquatic clinic and mainly with ornamental fish. Yeah. But anyway, some part of our work, especially with the dean and some of our faculty staff, because they sometimes they fly from Chiang Mai to Phuket and also working together with the marine mammals, sea turtle, especially on the research. Because in the southern part of Thailand, they also have this kind of rehabilitation center and also for the strand animals in the Phuket area. And another last one that we have a hormonal laboratory that we always try to analyze hormone from the several wildlife or zoo animals that we have to work on the reproduction as well as for the stress. So from our mission here together that we show you from the 4 units, we would like to focus on the research, education, and academic service. So first, I would like to go on for the elephant and wildlife clinic, and we have the one of the cute veterinarian that she also work quite a lot on this one. So I would like to show you some of the my video clip that should show our work. You can see from the subscript below because we work in time. Okay. Some part that is video clip that you also can see what is our work, especially with elephants in the northern area. Yeah, you can see. I hope that you can see from read from the subscript to see our work, because we would like to make it in Thai and also have a subscript to show for the foreigner as well. And then after that, if we see this is a Chiang Mai province, you can see from here that is a map that is quite a wide province area. And then after that, we always have the consensus. We always have a census of elephant number in Chiang Mai. And then after that, you can see it are around 850 elephants in Chiang Mai province alone, which is around one-fourth of the total population in Thailand. And we focus on teaching and elephant and wildlife in the veterinary medicine in the northern area, where there are quite a lot of work. And then this is our clinic. Sometimes we did the necropsy, laser therapy, evento treatment, and also for the workshop. Okay, I would like to show some of the case discussion. That will be something that happened to our work as well from our veterinarian. So we got a complaint, we got call in last year in April, like to look at one of the elephant have an abdominal discomfort. And then after that, when the veterinarian went there, we also noticed that from the signalment, Sidor Somnuk, male, 53 years old, with a body weight and body score around this one. And their work would be something like a taxi or for the tourist. Then we did the history taking, and we always try to ask for their management for the trekking, also what kind of the food that they give, what is the water. We can see that they drink less water, and also come to the hospital. And the preliminary work, they give the intravenous fluid and with the rectal examination, and so continue for the treatment with the IV fluid. And also they showed some kind of weakness. We gave them some of the vitamin and also with the rectal examination. But anyway, still no urination and in appetite. This is history taking and some of the treatment that we went there. So they did like a physical examination, and we found that this elephant seems to be depressed with the abdominal pain, open mouth, and holding the trunk in the mouth, which is a specific sign of the abdominal pain or abdominal discomfort. We observe the pale mucous membrane with a strong pulse up to 80 times per minute. Normally, it should be less than 40, but this is quite very high. So there would be something. And then later on, from the gut motility, we should observe for the gut motility inside and a moderate abdominal distension and less movement. So you can see from here, from the back, you can see the belly extended to the side. And the treatment going on with a rectal enema, with a walking, and also give something like painkiller, anti-inflammatory work, and also give the IV fluid, and also give some of the gas releasing drug, and use a rectal fluid for I'll continue for a long time. You can see this continuing for 2 or 3 hours, and also with kind of this one. Normally, if you see their work, yeah, the veterinary and vet assistant, they stay together and also give the food. Only one vessel this is not enough, because it seems like he has quite a lot of dehydration. So we have to give a lot of fluid therapy to him, especially in the airway. And then for our differential diagnosis, we found it found to be like a constipation, impaction of the colon or rectum, as well as some of the obstruction. That is we like for this one. And from the laboratory result, we can check it, and it seems to be very high hematocrit So it can be from the dehydration for this one. But later on, when we go into the blood chemistry, we found that blood urine nitrogen and creatinine that is quite high, and also ALT and AST that is quite high as well. So there would be something that happened. Anyway, after physical examination, some preliminary treatment, also with the blood check, we found that it could be constipation, infection, obstruction, and also something happened to the renal function deficiency because of the some of the blood chemistry show sign. Anyway, the elephant died uh, around that one, and then we did the necropsy immediately on the next day. So from the necropsy, we did it like in the field work, like this one. And the veterinarian start to do the necropsy in the field. But because that elephant stay in the elephant camp, and then after that, it would be quite difficult to take the elephant to some place, especially in the necropsy hall. Yeah, still going on for the necropsy. And then when they opened in the abdominal area, they found quite a lot of things, especially from the gastrointestinal infection because of this one. So from the result, they show that to be gastric infection, especially at the stomach, and also with a gastric rupture at the stomach and duodenal torsion. That's why it's quite severe. Even though we try to help him to relieve from the gas, but if it's also happen in the gastric infection, especially in the stomach, and also with a rupture, even though for the duodenal torsion, it would be quite difficult for her to survive. Yeah. Okay, this is one case. And then next we going on to the zoo and wild animal clinics. So there were several farms, like sometime mini zoo or some of the tiger kingdom or tiger farm, and also with some deer farm around Chiang Mai. And then this is our service that we always went out. So one thing I would like to show for the case that we did it. So one of the ostrich in the small zoo, private zoo, they had a eye closed for 1 and 2 months. And then after that, this is quite a common ostrich. From the male one become adult at the age of 1 year. And then for the information, if we can see this kind of thing would be in the backyard of the place. For us, probably like ostrich, it is one of the farm animals that sometimes they always get it for meat. It look like a chicken. We can eat it also. And also they produce some egg that we can eat it for consumption. So for the information that intermittent left eye closed with swelling around 1 and 2 months ago, sometimes notice the pus come from the left eye, and they have a flock of ostrich and emu, keep them in the enclosure nearby, and sometimes let them free roaming in the area. That the ground you can see already from the photo that the dirt and muddy in some area. So in their plan, they try to build the install an enclosure for working and keeping the sick ostrich and perform anesthesia to make more diagnosis and treatment. So they use this kind of drug, cytosine solitude, with a blow dart, and also add some drug and give them. And when checking it, you can see from the eye, like you can see closely related eye that is quite close and swelling. It looks like a cyst around the left eye. And then after checking, and then we found that the abscess and necrotizing plaque in the oropharynx of the trachea. So it's quite clear that it's happened from some of the infection in the respiratory upper respiratory tract, and also it's go to the eye. So they did the blood collection and also use fine needle aspiration fluid from the sac, and then do the bacteria culture and drug susceptibility test, and also try to remove the necrotic plaque from oral nasopharynx and do something like a smear. They found the bacterial culture and drug sensitivity, and also found the fresh smear for the trichomonas. And then for the treatment, they remove the pus out, fine needle aspiration from the swollen sac, and try to remove the pus and drainage from the sac, and also no oral nasal flushing. And then after that, you can see like after remove and flushing and try to remove, we can see like it's look much better from the drainage of the swollen sac and oral nasopharynx. So this means that if there is no pus, and then after that, it seems like the osseous become better and better. And continue for the treatment with the intravenous fluid and also some of the anti-inflammatory drugs, some of the antibiotics, ivermectin, cartosol of the vitamin, and also give some drug, especially from the inflammatory drug, and also with the antibiotics to give to the owner for continuing treatment. From the differential diagnosis, they found that this is something like bacterial sinusitis, mycoplasmosis, infectious coryza, and so ornithobacteriosis. From the laboratory result, they found several kind of drug that is can be susceptible and sensitivity for this one, and also from the blood profile, looks like a mild anemia, but most of the blood profile seems to be normal. And bacteria that is amoxicillin carbonic acid that is quite sensitive. So when we give the antibiotics, we can become in the uh, correct direction. And after for treatment for some times, seems to be like recover very well, and we can prognosis that this is fair. For the post care, we give some medicine, for some mucus discharge, and then drain out a bit, and no recurrence of the swollen sac again. So this is quite success of this case. Next, we go to the aquatic animal clinic that they also work here. So the veterinarian here, he went out to several aquatic farm and also with the pet shop to treat for ornamental fish. And also we have like an aquatic clinic that we can admit some of the animals to the here. That you can see that always come some of the work with the eyes or some in the koi or farm that we always went there. But I will not show the case because of the limited time. And then we also have the exotic pet clinic. Yeah, for the treatment, mostly with some of the rabbit, also with the hedgehog or chinchilla or some kind of the small rodent that we always have. Then we put together with something like exotic pets we always do that every year in order to promote of the exotic pet management also for the market. And we also have the hormonal laboratory in the faculty that we can see from here from the work. And for the research that come out, that we always work on several kind of things. So we focus quite a lot on elephant welfare, on elephant endothelial herpes virus, elephant health, reproduction, and genetics. So animal welfare
Recording stopped.
And aquatic animals. You can see from here that is from the publications that we always work and come out from our work. And moreover, not just only from the work that we have done for the research and also for the treatment service. We always conduct several kind of things, not just only from the treatment. We collaborate together with National Elephant Institute and conduct the National Elephant Symposium every year. This year we are going to conduct in next week, yeah, together. And this is the 10th time we have conduct for 10 years already, and we're going on. And also sometimes we conduct the elephant international training course on Asian elephant health management together, and especially with various of the organization, for instance, like Royal Veterinary College, Zoological Society of London, University of Peradeniya, Pinawala Elephant Orphanage, as well as Smithsonian Conservation Biology Institute, yeah, from several people. And also we gather many participants from around the world coming to this.
Recording in progress.
And also for the conduct for the vet assistant training course, because if we would like to go on for the elephant care, especially in the remote area, it would be much easier try to train for the mahout who work quite close to the elephant, and then train them to be our assistant. For instance, like to give some preliminary drug for the first aid, some injection, or do something like a blood collection for our more diagnosis, because in some area it's in the remote area, and then it's quite far for us to go. And also we conduct for the mahout training course, because we also know that the mahout, he get very close to the elephant. If the mahout is good, and then the elephant health will be good as well. So we try to focus on this one and let the mahout understand for the health care of their own elephants. And also some of the trade shop for this industry. And so some kind of putting on the elephant in those could us meeting together with several organizations from around the world. And also we have regularly on the elephant and wildlife seminar every 2 times a year. So it could be online or it could be on site. Sometimes it can be international, mostly it could be in Thai. Then from the 2 years ago, we conduct the Asian Society of Conservation Medicine together with in the Asia, and there were around 200 people participants from Asia and Australia coming to the this meeting. And also here, last year, we conduct the 19th International Elephant Conservation and Research Symposium, where there were around 250 participants from around the world coming to Chiang Mai to exchange and give the presentation here. That is our work that is together quite a lot. And these are the collaboration. On the left side would be together with Thai organizations. We have 2 big zoos nearby, around 5 kilometers apart from our faculty, and also around 90 elephant camps in Chiang Mai, as well as some of the Lana bird club who try to help, and also Tiger Kingdom, which is a zoo. And also on the right side, you can see like we have collaboration together with many organizations, especially from the Singapore, from the USA, from Netherlands, from Indonesia as well, and from Japan. So this is from our work that you can see. And here it is our website that if you want to understand more, you can go to visit and try to observe this. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, this is my presentation. Okay, I will give this stage back to the moderator. And if you have any question, you can ask me. Can be directly or can be in the chat box.
Okay. Thank you, Professor Satsut, for the insightful and informative lecture and for showing us the elephant clinic look like. And I'm sure it can motivate us to improve our skill.
Yep.
For all the participants, if you have any question, you can take down in the comment section or turn on your camera.
Okay, please we open for Q&A session. So if there are any questions for Prof. Satsut, please raise your hand and introduce yourself, or you can write it down in the comment section. Maybe while we are waiting for participant to ask, maybe I would like to know more about um, the most difficulties challenges, the most difficulty challenges during your action in elephant clinics. Could you please to share with us maybe and how you to overcome?
Yeah. Okay. One thing like for the elephant clinic, because there were many organizations working in the elephant clinic around here. One thing that would be the uh, it should be like a trustful because there were several people, and then most of the time before we start there were many people that approached to these elephant camps, try to do the treatment or try to collect the samples for the research, and then later on they disappear and did not report. So there were many complaints from these people. But anyway, after we start working with them around 20 years ago, okay, we try to keep them with a trustful. So we went there to visit there to help them quite a lot, even though bringing the students together. If there were some of the health problem, we try to resolve and help them immediately and continuing. So this kind of trustful has been built from in our communication. And then later on, after we know, we conduct several meetings together at the hotel or at the faculty, and then it seems to be really fruitful. So after that, when we ask for the help, ask for collect the samples for the research, even though for the treatment, it seems to be like they agree with a good collaboration and allow us to work with them. Even though sometimes when the elephant got sick, or sometimes if there were some of the cases that we want to focus on, especially for the like elephant endothelial herpes virus, yeah. And then after that, okay, they call us, okay, if you want to collect the samples, please come, we help. Or sometimes if we want to do something like a blood transfusion, because some of the cases that lost the blood quite a lot, especially in the herpes virus cases, we collect the blood from other camps, from the bulls, collect around 20 liters of the blood and then transfer to this animal. They agree to this one because they want to help. That it's like a blood donation to help to other animals. And another thing would be for
Recording stopped.
would be for the financial crisis, because most of the elephant organization coming here in Thailand, most of them they got the donation to the organization, and then they treat the elephant for free without charge. Yeah, that is one thing for the financial thing, because one elephant, if we treat, it's quite high and expensive. Yeah, sometimes up to, it can be like 1,000 US dollar.
Recording in progress.
It could be up to 100,000 baht. Yeah, that's quite a lot of expensive. So this means we have to find the budget to help them. Yep. This is from the experience. There will be some challenge in handling elephant rescue case according to my experience. I think that would be one thing for the rescue case. Okay, one thing for the elephant in the rescue case, because as you know, right now there were several people, like especially from the animal rights group, animal welfare group, they try to be against of the using hook and chain to control of the animals. And then after that, many camps, they turn to be and announce themselves not to use hook and chain, especially for this one. And then it come to the veterinary field, because elephant, they are quite strong and quite large. So if there is no control to this elephant, so this means there is no treatment to the elephant. Sometimes, like even though they got some just only with infectious of the eye or conjunctivitis, if there is no control, we cannot do anything. We all know that it's quite easy. Just use the eye drop to give to the elephant. But if the elephant refuse to get the eye drop in their eyes because of the painful, so we cannot do anything. And then later on, the consequence would be with the blindness of this elephant, because no treatment and no control. This is one thing that happened for our challenge in the handling of the rescue elephant.
So, despite the financial crisis, so we have to build communication through all of the people around sanctuary to help each other, to
Yeah.
help elephant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there any training, maybe short course for elephant handling in your clinic that may be available to our student?
Um, I'm thinking in the past, yes, but right now, not anymore. Right, because we conduct that kind of training course for a long time, for international course. Yeah, but we try to focus on many things. Yeah. Like I show you, that is elephant medicine reproduction, that for 6 years. Yeah, and also with a budget that would be a bit difficult.
Okay, there is one more questions that I will write it out for you from Ayu. Thank you for the presentation, Prof. In the present slide, I saw that some of drug choice about anesthesia and darazoletil. Is there any different effect from zoletil compared to another anesthesia drugs?
So let you, that is quite good and quite safe. Yeah, from that one, because it's combination of the thiletamine and sorazepam, like probably you know already. This combination which is made very good, and also some of the other drug because it can be smooth and also would be really good. But sometimes we can use some combination of the ketamine and psilocin as well. But it depends on the person who always use. For solitude, we can find it easily in the market because there will be company import from other countries and sell officially in Thailand. But other drug, for instance, like a ketamine, it is a bit difficult for us. So sometimes like a psilocin or we can use dexmedetomidine or medetomidine, it also available as well. So for the probably for the zoo and wildlife veterinarian, sometimes they choose this one because their preference and their uh, something like confident to use this kind of drug. Yeah. So it also have the good system to them, and also it depends on the veterinary who want to use this kind of drug as well, right? So there are several factors, but if you see in the deep detail, you can see the smooth, the hallucination effect, or the recovery.
Recording stopped.
Now, yeah, there are several choices if you want to work on it, but of course it depends
Recording in progress.
experience to use this one.
Okay. One more thing. Is there any special drug that cannot use in elephant?
Cannot use in elephant. As I know, there is no harmful of the drug, but sometimes there can be some drug which is not much effect quite a lot in elephant. One thing you have to realize that because elephant, they are quite large with the body weight. If we try to uh, calculate for the dose, that is really high. For instance, like if you use some kind of drug, especially like oxytetracycline, so for the dose that is normally with 22 milligram per kilograms, or also like a 1 cc per 1 cc per 10 kilograms. And there was a kind of pharmacokinetic study already that if we want to use oxytetracycline to elephant, you have to inject around 300 milliliters in elephant, which are 3 bottles of the oxytetracycline. And then it's quite painful. This means you have to divide into 25 milliliter, or the largest would be 50 milliliter in each side. And then if you inject to elephant, so this means you have to give 6 sites of injection, which is quite painful to the elephant. So to give this kind of drug, you have to reconsider for this one, for the elephant. And some kind of drug, even though you used to use it, but sometimes it's not quite effective much to elephant. Some of the painkiller, we always use ibuprofen or use of the flunixin metformin, which is quite useful. But this kind of drug, especially ibuprofen, from my experience, it seems to be really sensitive for the gastric ulcer. So if we continue using for a long time, we have to be careful. So it also with a species specific to use this kind of drug as well. Yeah. This is consideration to use the drug with elephant, but mostly the drug, yeah, it can be used, but without any side effect. Yeah, but it depends on the sum of the effective or efficacy of the drug to elephant, just only that, and also with the dose, because using with the elephant, you must give with a really high amount of the drug to elephant, yeah, which is expensive.
Okay, okay. I see. So, because of the time is limited, maybe I can open one more question for the participant. Okay, please go ahead for Deborah Michelle.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Dr. Igo, for the time and for Prof. Chatrat. I have a question that I saw that flunixin is used in cases of closed eye, and my question is, why you choose flunixin instead of other NSAID drugs? Thank you.
I'm not sure that I understand your question clearly. That is from the drug, right? Because of the swollen eye and Visapas. So your question would be like, why don't we use just only eye drop to the ostrich, right? So especially with that one, I think we have to drain it because of swelling, and also we can see some of the infection in going into the trachea, and also with the glottis. And then antibiotic only, especially even though for the local antibiotics or the uh, general systemic antibiotics, I think in our opinion it is not enough. Otherwise, it had take very long because of the pus, because of the abscess. So this means would be easier try to drainage to let the pus come out first, and then after that we just use the antibiotic to follow. And especially from the painful, so we have to give the anti-inflammatory drug and painkiller to the ostrich as well. I'm not sure that I answer your question or not, Deborah.
Okay, thank you, Prof.
Yeah. Okay, there is some question in the chat box. Also, like a
Yeah.
code.
One
Also,
question from Ahmad Julian.
yeah, from the herpes virus that what did the cause of elephant to contact elephant herpes EHV, and what age are elephants susceptible to contacting EHV? This is a herpes virus that right now there are like 7 strain. Sometimes they say that to be 9 strain right now. So this means it will be EHV1A, 1B, and up to 7, EHV7, 1 and 4, 5. They are specific to Asian elephant, and 2, 3, 6, 7 that's specific to African elephant. And the age of susceptible could be from 1 year to 8 years, but the high risk that would be from 1 to 4 years of age. Yeah. And then elephant get this one from, it can be from contamination to other elephants, because it seems like a herpes virus exists in the elephant body, and then it can be transmitted through the nasal discharge or saliva. Yeah, that from the behavior of elephant, you always see that they always use the trunk to touch each other or put in other's mouth and touch in their mouth again. So this kind of infection can be transmitted easily. How can this be minimized so elephants are not infected with the EHV? So the scientists around the world, we try to work on this one. Right now, there were 3 parts of the world. One from the Cheshire Zoo in UK, contacting with University of Surrey in UK, produce one kind of vaccine. Another one that would be Houston Zoo with the Bayer College produce mRNA vaccine to elephants. Another one that is in Utrecht University, Netherlands. They are working on the vaccine as well. So this is from in the process of trial in elephant. They have done already in the mouse, and then later on they start to work with elephant and see the effect of this one. And then for the minimize infect with EHV, one thing we always try to find the factors. It can be from the stress. So it can be from stress from transportation or stress from separation, weaning, even though introduce new elephant to the herd or changing the mahout, even though for the climate change or storm, high like a heavy rain, it can cause herpes as well, and it cause stress. So we have to be careful. And lastly, what treatment is effective if elephant get herpes virus? So there are several kind of work together. If they want to do it, probably there are several kind of antiviral drug. For instance, like a famciclovir or acyclovir or ganciclovir. But anyway, nobody in the world can prove that it's effective or not effective. Yeah, because sometimes even though no treatment, elephant get recovered. But sometimes when elephant get sick or suffer from herpes virus, when we treat this one, it's not effective at all. Yeah. So nobody knows exactly. But in the protocol, we have to give it immediately, even though acyclovir or famciclovir or ganciclovir. Try to resolve this one first. Otherwise, we will lose the herpes. We will lose the elephant calf from herpes virus, which is quite fast. In average, time will be around 1.5 days after first clinical sign occur. The elephant will die within 36 hours, which is very fast. That's it.
Okay, hopefully it answer your question, Ahmad Julian, and thank you for the questions. Maybe if there are more questions about the elephant, especially, can we send you by an email, maybe?
Of course. Yeah, I will give my email in here to the chat.
Okay, thank you, Professor. So I think it's quite challenges, yeah, for fighting the viral infection, especially in wildlife sector. So we have to choose carefully and think about how biosafety and biosecurity works. So before we going to end this lecture, we would like to give a certificate to Professor Satsut as an appreciation for this lecture. Here we hand you the certificate, and please stand by for a few minutes to take a good shot. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Once again, thank you, Professor Satsut. And I hope soon we can meet directly at September and Young University. Okay, and maybe that's for all of this guest lecture. Hopefully, um, this lecture has provided us with useful information and has beneficial for better veterinary medicine, especially for the elephant and wildlife health. And once again, thank you, Prof. Satsut, and thank you for all of the participants who joining us today. And back to Miss Evelyn.
Thank you very much, Prof. Chachat, for the informative and insightful lecture. And thank you, Dr. Igo, for leading lecture today. We would like to call our moderator, Dr. Hewan Igo Syaiful Ihsan, Magister Science, for today's guest lecture. For appreciation, we kindly present a certificate to the moderator.
Thank you, Miss Evelyn.
Okay. We're already on the closing agenda. I would like to thank Chiang Mai University, especially Prof. Chacha, as our speaker today, and Go as moderator for sparing your time and help our event today. And I'd like to thank everyone who participated and took the time to listen the guest lecture from start until finish. I hope this guest lecture was useful for all of us. If Prof. Chachat and Dr. Igo has another agenda, you may leave the Zoom meeting first.
Thank you, Prof. Satsut, for this guest lecture.
Thank you.
We apologize if this guest lecture was less than perfect and if any words from the beginning to the event of this event were not pleasing to all the participants, please forgive us. Also, I want to remind everyone to fill out the attendance form in the chat session. I am Evelyn Zalva, the Master of Ceremony, and a member of the committee for this guest lecture, and I apologize if there are any mistakes while hosting this event. Thank you so much, and all of the participants may leave the Zoom. Goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.